Welcome to Movement as Medicine, free video series. I'm your host, Anjali Sengupta.
So today what we're going to be doing is a very short dance movement therapy tool, I guess you could say. Normally this would be about an hour and a half session, and we're condensing it into 10 to 15 minutes. So it's derived from Marcy Leventhal's 5-part session, which is a dance therapy pioneer from the States. We'll be doing a quick warm-up and grounding exercise, a little bit of release movement phrase. Our theme today will be welcoming change and transition. Then we'll be grounding and centering and closing the session.
It's my pleasure to introduce Lyndal Pope. Lyndal is a dance movement therapist, dancer, and yoga teacher in Australia. Lyndal is co-owner of Westside Yoga in Melbourne, Victoria, and she assists and hosts conscious retreats and teacher trainings alongside her partner Mark Pheely in Australia and internationally. Lyndal is a fun-loving being whose life journey is curiosity, connection, play, and realizing our true essence. She finds this through dance, movement, yogic living, ritual, nature and its plant teachers, stillness and sacred silence. Lyndal's passion is the gateway of movement to provide insight and holistic therapy. She offers this through workshops, education and one-on-one sessions in dance movement therapy. You can contact Lyndal for private one-on-one dance therapy sessions and yoga sessions at lyndal@westsideyoga.com.au.
So for people doing this at home, the invitation would be to check in with the body, breath, and any thoughts that might be going through the mind at the beginning. Maybe writing them down, and then also doing the same again at the end. And just noticing if there's any difference from before the movement practice and afterwards. So we're going to begin this session today by just placing the hands onto the body. Placing the feet directly beneath your hips, soften through the back of the knees. You can have your eyes open or closed. The invitation is to close down the eyes if you feel comfortable to do so. To begin to center and feel into the body. If you can find a place in nature to do this movement practice, this would be best. Just taking a moment, taking a few deep breaths into the hands and exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Inhaling deeply, exhaling with a sigh. 2 more deep breaths, just like that. Dropping down through the shoulders. Feeling down through the soles of the feet, feeling the earth rise up to meet your feet. Feel the support underneath your feet. And just beginning to shift the weight forwards and back through the feet. Shifting weight side to side. And then coming back to your center point, grounding evenly down through both feet. Gently blinking the eyes open Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up into the sky. Inhale, look up. Exhale, soften the knees and roll down. Hands find the floor. Release the back of your neck, release your head. And allow the spine to lengthen down towards the earth. Soften the back of the knee. Feel the earth beneath your hands and feet now. Soften the knees and roll up to standing. I'm going to take a walk in the space. Beginning to draw in the senses. What can you see? Can you feel a light breeze on the skin? What can you feel beneath your feet? Where is the weight distributed through the feet? Is it in the balls of the feet? In the heels? Are you swaying from side to side as you walk? Just take another 30 seconds, just like that. Sensing into your breath, are you holding, or is the breath flowing evenly in and out of the body? And when you're ready, finding a place to come to stillness. Weight even through both feet, softening through the back of the knees. And I invite you into a small movement phrase if you follow along. Take a deep breath in, reach hands overhead. Exhale, hands press down towards the floor, roll down through the spine, release the head. Soften the knees, drop the tailbone, inhale, roll to standing, reach hands up over the head. Exhale as the hands wrap the body. Give yourself a big hug. And then nestling the head down onto the shoulder, resting the head. And just feeling a gentle sway, rocking from side to side. Feeling that nurture as you wrap the arms around the self. And releasing the arms now. Taking a few steps forward and a few steps back. A few steps forward and back. Forward and back. One more. Forward and back to the side. Take it sideways. Sideways. Add in a little turn. One more. Coming back to center. Taking yourself down onto the floor and lying on the back. Arms wide, legs wide. Creating a star shape on the floor. And just take a moment there. Beautiful. And then slowly taking yourself over to one side. And then making your way up into a seated position and coming to standing. I now invite you into a free movement exploration. You have roughly 4 to 5 minutes. I'm going to play some music. In this movement exploration, there are 4 things that I would like you to keep in the back of your mind as you're moving. They are changing direction, levels, grounding, and centering. So you're working with the polarities, direction, levels, grounding and centering. And here we go. And I'll let you know when you've got about 1 minute to finish. Okay. Really taking your time. Welcoming in direction, level, using all parts of the body. Then beginning to layer in grounding and centering movement. What would that look like? How would that feel in the body? Be grounded and centered. One more minute now, play, direction, level, grounding and centering. Playing and exploring polarity. Direction, level, grounding, centering. Becoming aware of the breath, allowing the breath to flow with ease, softening. And just take a moment to pause now. Take a breath. The invitation now is to refine your movement phrases. We're going to distill your movements into 4 distinct gestures. Direction, level, grounding and centering. So from your movement exploration, I'm going to give you another 1 minute to distill your movement into 4 movements. Away we go. Take your time. keep repeating your phrase, keep feeling down. Direction, level, grounding and centering. And then finding a place to finish. Take a few deep breaths here. Allow that to land and settle in the body. When you're ready, I'll get you to gently blink the eyes open and come back into the space. Welcome back. Before we finish our movement practice for today, what I would love for you is to share your movement phrase with me. So this is something that you can take with you after the session to use in a daily ritual to ground and center. So working with those polarities of direction, change, transition, and then how can we use the body to come back to center and ground. So if you'd like to now, I'd love you to just repeat that movement phrase 3 times. Thank you. I'd like us to close the practice now together, just with a grounding exercise using the breath and movement. Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale and just press the palms down. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, press palms down. Last one, deep breath. Exhale, press palms down. Bring the hands back onto the body. Softening through the back of the knees. Feeling the earth beneath your feet. And coming back into the present moment. Just you, the breath, and your natural surroundings. When you're ready, gently blinking the eyes open, coming back into the space. So Anjali, I would like to know how you are feeling right now in this moment after our movement practice together.
I think that the breath expresses part of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling sort of like dropped down a bit. I had a lot of things on my mind when we started, and I found that through the movement practice, the mind started to settle more and more. And in the end, it was just the movement. It was just about moving the body. I was feeling warmth and heat in which is in. It's pretty cold in Melbourne at the moment, so it was nice to feel warm in my body. And despite the distractions, I mean, I have my dog here today, but I still felt like I was able to really engage with the process and get out of my head and get, into the body. I felt when you were talking about when we were walking and you brought the attention to my feet, I found that really, really grounding and really kind of, noticing where I was placing my weight as I was walking. Yeah.
How was the refining the movement for you? So moving with the polarity of the directions, coming to centering and grounding, and then refining that and repeating it. How was that process for you?
To be honest, at the start, I didn't really know what to do. And I suspect, people who are watching as well might feel the same way at the start when you just go, oh, pick four movements. I didn't know in here, but when you put the music on, I just kind of went with what was coming up spontaneously, and it just seemed to come through really quickly. I think, if you were watching, you probably noticed I just went straight into it, and then I just kept repeating that over and over. And there's something about repetition and just, staying within that phrase was really comfortable and really, it felt, by the end of it, it also felt familiar and felt really like it speaks to it's an expression of myself, if that makes sense.
And I guess that familiarity, like in times of change and transition, to have something that we can go to. And all it is with the body. So if that's something that we can bring in a daily practice, in a daily ritual, that gives us that sense of grounding and familiar, it's just so easy to do. And anybody could do it. It's like brushing your teeth. It becomes a habit. And when there's lots going on in the world and, a lot of chaos, just something as simple as a movement practice, using the body, using what we have, can be really nurturing.